welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share my best tips and our experience of transitioning our toddler from a cot to a big boy bed. So our toddler has always slept really well in his cot. He's always slept in a sleeping bag as well. To be honest, I would have probably kept him in that cot until he was like 18 years old if he carried on sleeping so well, because I think why would you ever mess with a good sleeping baby's routine? But for safety reasons, we had to transition him. He basically worked out how to unzip his sleep suit, get out of it, and then get out of the cot, and I was worried that he might fall, and so it was time to move him to his big boy bed. Are you going in your big boy bed tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. We've also recently potty trained Caleb, so I don't think we're far away from him wanting to use the toilet at night. And also, he is having a new baby brother in just 6 weeks' time. So we actually did need the cot back, but I really didn't want him to feel like we were evicting him from it. So we did lots of preparation and we positioned it more of like, you're a big boy now and this is your big boy bed, then we need it for the new baby. We gave him a pillow and a comforter in his cot while he was still in it, so that he could get used to what that's like, and it actually helped him sleep really well, so then I felt guilty that I hadn't done it earlier. We also talked about having a big boy bed. There are two ways that you can do the transition. You can either take one side off of a cot bed, or you can put them into like a big single bed. We actually need the cot back for the new baby, as I mentioned, so we put him straight into a single bed, but we put the bed exactly where his cot had always been, so that he was still associated with his room and where he sleeps. You'll definitely want to toddler-proof the room as well. We put a baby stair gate on his door. If he did get out of bed, then get out of his room and down the stairs. You also want to make sure that there is a clear path of toys from the bed to the door, and you can either put pillows on the floor, or what we did, it was actually put his old cot bed mattress on the floor just in case he fell out. He actually did fall out on the third night, and then every other night when I've actually checked on him, he has been like nearly falling out or in a completely different position than he had been when he went to sleep, so he still moves around loads. You may also want to get a guardrail for your toddler bed. Ours has these like wooden panels that are supposed to hold him in, but he was still kind of like had limbs slipping out. So one hack that I did do was put a pool noodle on the edge underneath the sheets, and that has really helped. So that was one hack that I really wanted to tell you about. So on the first night that we put him into his big boy bed, we kept his bedtime routine exactly the same as it's always been. It was bath, books, singing, like a little like cuddle and a rock, and then I would place him into his bed. This can trick some children into not realizing that they can get out of the bed, but Caleb, he was not tricked. He literally got up straight away when I left the room. So I just sort of shushed him, put him in the bed, walked out of the room, and then within an instant he was at the door and opening it with the cheekiest little face. So I was just really calm. I walked him back to his bed, didn't say anything, put him back in his bed, but again, he was straight up. I waited by the door, and this went on for quite a while, and then I decided to hold the door shut, which some people recommend, but I could hear that he was getting distressed, and it was just stressing me out, and I was like, I can't do this. He's in like a dark room on his own, and he's getting upset, so I had to go in there. So I went in, I put him back in his bed, and what I did was I sat on the floor and waited for him to fall asleep. It was so tempting to tickle him to sleep or sing him to sleep, but that is what we did with my eldest, and we still tickle him to sleep now, and he's 5.5 years old. It doesn't take very long, but I really didn't want my youngest to also have a sleep association. So I sat on the floor with my back to him because he was really trying to get my attention, and I just said, it's bedtime now, and I literally sat there waiting for him to go to sleep. He didn't actually fall asleep until 8 p.m, but once he did fall asleep, he went all the way through until 10 to 6, so I was really pleased with that for his first night. From then on, he's been sort of drifting off between 7:30 and 8 o'clock and going through until about 20 past 5, and that is where we're at the moment. And I don't know if it's because his blinds haven't arrived for his room yet, so we just have blackout like bin liners on his room, which is not ideal in the summer with like the really bright sun. So I'm hoping that the blinds that are coming tomorrow make a massive difference. If they don't, I don't know if it's regression or if we're going to have to cut his nap down, because he still has about an hour nap a day, and I don't know if he really needs it. He's 2 years old and 9 months, and I'm not sure if it's the nap thing or if he's just regressing from the bed, or if he kind of comes to at 5:20 and thinks, I can get up and I can get out and play with my toys and stuff. I think that's all of the tips I wanted to share with you about transitioning from a cot to a bed. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have any other tips to get him to sleep past 5:20. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very soon. Bye!